Are you tired of feeling stiff and tense after spending too many hours glued at your desk? I'm Hannah. I'm a yoga teacher with over 11 years teaching experience, helping people just like you get unstuck. You are not alone when it comes to tightness from sitting for far too long. And I've got the perfect solution for you today with this office break focused practice. You can do this wearing whatever you're in. So let's get up by jumping out of your chair and stand tall. So let's start with the feet a good hip width apart. We're going to take a couple of little sways from side to side. So just let the arms be super relaxed. And I'm taking a little bob from side to side, bending through both knees. Just allowing the weight of the arms to gently hit into the body. Can you be any more loose and limber through the arms? Creating a beautiful rhythm. And maybe you're even linking breath and rhythm of the bounce together now. These repetitive movements in this way can create a bit of a moving meditation for us. Moving for another sort of 2 times on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just come back to center. I've brought the gaze low. It isn't a sudden jolt to stop. Just sort of see how the body comes back to center. You might like to inhale through the nose. Sigh the breath away through the mouth. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Reach nice and high. Take the gaze up. And then you're going to bend through the knees and sweep the arms up behind you. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. I refer to this as the ski jumper. I wish. Exhale down. Inhale up. And then you're again working into rhythm that just works naturally with your breath. Perhaps you're feeling a little bit of warmth building. A couple more rounds. Keep trying to bend naturally through those legs, like a little suspension. All right, last time. And then again, let those arms just relax beside you. Keep the gaze kind of low, steady, easy. You might be readjusting clothes a bit here. If you're wearing a shirt, I apologize. It's probably all untucked by now. And then from here, step one leg behind the other. So you want to transfer the weight into one foot, keep the gaze low maybe, and then see if you can sort of bring the ankle all the way around. So gazing somewhere nice and sort of focused for balance. So once you've brought that leg around the back, you want to head towards the leg or the hip that is wrapped around the back. So I'm going to start to drop that shoulder down towards the back leg. And then maybe start to reach the opposite arm up and over. So as I do that, I have to really start to focus on core stability. So I bring the arm up and I'm keeping the gaze kind of low and easy, maybe even turning it down to the side. Can you get any more relaxed through the dangling arm? Try to avoid kind of leaning your upper body forwards and pushing the hips back. One more breath. And then lift yourself back upright and just relax through that arm. And then step out quite wide. So instead of bringing yourself back to hip width, bring the feet quite wide here. Have the toes so that if possible, they're slightly turned in. Hands to the hips. We're going to take a forward fold, but first roll shoulders back. Lift the heart, inhale. Push the hips a little bit back to counteract that weight distribution as you forward fold from those sit bones. Can you shoot the sit bones up towards the ceiling? I'm keeping the hands to the hips for now. If you feel like you could, bring the arms behind you. Maybe you take hold of the wrists and now just really let yourself dangle. Maybe a few little oscillations through the head. A yes, a no. Can you bring the weight in towards your toes now rather than your heels? If it's super comfortable for you to interlace fingers behind your back, you could go for that bind. Let those arms topple overhead. Then bring the arms back towards the hips. Go ahead and lower the fingers towards the earth. Turn the right toes out and walk your hands towards the right foot. Bend the right knee there, out towards the side. And then creepy crawl the hands over towards the left, straighten the right leg, bring the foot back to parallel. Turn left toe slightly out and see if you can walk your hands towards the left foot. And it could be that we need to be up on the thigh there with the forearm to help support us instead. And then once again, back through to center, feet parallel. And then bring the hands towards the hips, engage the core, lift your way up to standing. And then just start to heel and toe those feet closer together. So I'm now going to bring the other leg behind that I didn't start off with, and we're seeing if we can wrap the ankle around the back. So both outer edges of feet are trying to come together. This can be a little bit unstable for some of us. So keep your eyes low and keep your eyes solid, fixed. And then where that back hip is, the back leg, you're going to let that arm become heavy and then drop the shoulder down, opening through the opposite side of the rib cage, compressing through the underside a little bit. And then if it feels like you could go there, engage the core and sway the hips away from the dangling arm that's low. Reach and extend the outer edge, arm up. I'm choosing to keep the gaze down. Make sure that you can still breathe. So we are using quite a bit of core support to hold us here. Last breath. And then engage again to lift slowly back up through to center. So when we do unbind those legs, you're going to step the back foot out again quite wide. So start to shift the weight into the front foot and then step nice and wide again. From here, let's open up the arms, lift the gaze, lift the heart. Keep the arms out wide this time. You can push the hips back a little as you start to forward fold. Can you imagine that your belly is trying to line down the front of your thighs? Maybe you let the arms dangle down and take hold of opposite elbows like a rag doll, and you might choose to sway a little bit here. If you liked that shape that we did last time, bringing the hands behind the lower back, interlacing fingers or holding onto wrists, you could do that instead. And then lowering the hands towards the earth. Let's walk the hands towards the left foot, turn the left toes out and the left knee out. Remember, you could bring yourself up onto that thigh with the forearm. And then walk the hands over to the second side, turning right toes out. Maybe you're supporting yourself on your thigh with the forearms. And then again, both hands through to center. Bring the hands towards the hips. Take an inhale, rise up. And then we're going to heel and toe those feet back together. And just take a moment standing. You could keep the eyes open, lower the gaze. If you're not around anybody else and you feel comfortable doing that, you could bring a hand to heart, to belly. Maybe you take a seat again and pause for another couple of minutes in a seated Shavasana.
Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like it below, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon. Not only will this keep you up to date with my offerings, but will keep content like Tula being free and accessible to all.